address tomorrow night. And our next guest, a Republican congressman, is bringing a leader in the conservative Latino community as his guest to the address to emphasize the need for border security. Here with more is ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, Georgia Congressman Doug Collins, and co-founder of the Latinos Conservative Organization, Art Gallegos. Art and Representative, thank you so much for being here. So, Representative, let me start with you. Why are you bringing Art as your guest tomorrow night?
Well, Art just brings a great perspective. His Hispanic background, the Latino community, is one that is so many times, as you well know, portrayed in the mainstream media as being against the president or being against what's going on at the border. And that's just not true. What we're seeing here is something that needs to be orderly immigration. But what we just heard, even on the report just before that, saying that they're going to break in or basically come over our border illegally and saying it up front, and somebody like Nancy Pelosi says we don't have a border crisis, there's a problem there.
Art, share your story, if you would.
Well, my name is Art Gallegos, and you've mentioned it. I'm the co-founder of LCO, Latino Conservative Organization. And my story is basically, you know, my parents immigrated to the United States, you know, orderly with the process, the laws. And I think that if my parents were able to do it with my family, we are a product of that process. And I think that, you know, it's never been to deter anybody to come to this great country, but to actually enforce the laws, secure our borders, and make sure that our families are protected.
Art, if you would, break down a stereotype for me, because the assumption in the so-called mainstream media is that if the Hispanic Latino community is by default Democrats. I think you feel differently.
Yeah, that's that's a complete, you know, sham, because you know, if people really deal with and converse with Latino community leaders, business owners, you know, pastors, which I deal with a lot these days, you will find out they have conservative views. They're for the wall. They're for protection of the family, and that is something the mainstream media has thrown out here and has pushed, and use it as a card.
You are exactly right. Representative, a final point. What are you hoping to hear from the president tomorrow night?
I want to continue to see him stand resolute. I've been with him. He's resolute on this. He's made the point to the American people that the border wall is needed. He's made a point that he is the one protecting us. And I think when he makes that point before the Republicans and Democrats tomorrow, the Democrats have to look themselves in the face and say, am I really wanting to stand for those who are wanting to illegally come in our country, or do I want to stand with this president and help those that are on the American side who are trying to make this country, again, the place that people want to come to and not run away from?
Representative Collins and Art Gallegos, thank you very much. Art, have a great time in the House tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.